All right, so this is Paper Pete.
I was expecting that. Watching this the whole time, it's just kind of like, and.
Okay. You know you're kind of in a bad spot when you rather be reading the book that Jake is reading, the history of the Rainicorns. Rainotopia or whatever it's called.
Rainicornucopia.
Rainicornucopia, yeah, I was just like, oh my god, this episode's gonna be awesome! Oh no, is this it? Is this what it's gonna be? And it's, okay, so Jake wants to read up on, Rainicornucopia, whatever it's called. So him and Rainicorn have puplings. Unipuplings, whatever they're called, or Rainipuplings. I don't know. How would they even? I don't know.
Remember, he can stretch. We've already had this conversation.
Okay, don't. Yeah. Okay. So Finn goes and finds these little, what they call, paperlings. Was that it?
Yes.
Pagelings.
Pagelings.
That was. You're a better expert than him.
With Paper Pete. He called me Pee-Pee.
Yes, but he calls him Pete, and. I love the idea that they are the opening and closing pages to each book, and so they protect it from being eaten by these other creatures or just anything bad. That's really funny. I think that's really creative. And even their design is kind of cool. They're just like folded little, paper creatures.
Origami.
Was it?
Origami.
Origami, yeah. Have they ever made origamis?
Yes.
Awesome.
It's The Adventures of the Gummy Bears.
What?
Yes.
Like the Disney show?
Yeah.
They had origamis.
In an episode, yes.
Really?
Yes! It was one of the later ones.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
It's a good joke from them. Good job, Disney. Better than the jokes in this episode, let me tell you. I don't know why I'm being so really needlessly mean. Honestly, this is like a perfectly passable episode for like just kids and general humor and stuff like that. I mean, it's like, honestly, if you just put this show on, I'd just be like, okay, I mean, it's fine, whatever. I mean, it's kind of a clever setup, and where these little slug people are actually trying to eat the pages, which is funny, and then they have to sort of fight them off while convincing Jake that they exist. And it's, it's fine. It's just, again, just compared to all their other stuff, all the other Adventure Time stuff, it's just sort of like, And I guess I'm one of those people I really don't like. I'm one of the few people in the world, huge Chuck Jones fan. I mean, adore him, and I just love it. Almost everything he does. I was never a big fan of The Singing Frog. That kind of story drives me nuts. When it's just look over here, and then they disappear, and then it's like, no, come and see this time, and then they're not doing it, stuff always gets in the way. It just drives me nuts, which is not to say there's not some funny stuff in Singing Frog, but I just can't stand those stories. It's like we were talking about before, when somebody's framed, or somebody can't tell somebody something, or they're doing it against their will, or, yeah, those kind of episodes just drive me nuts because you know what's going to happen, you know the truth, and it's just more frustrating than funny. And I know that's like the idea. Well, the frustration is the humor, but to me it's just frustrating. So, and yeah, it just takes place in kind of a boring library, and he just sort of walks in.
A boring library compared to an exciting one? Where there's silent
Hey, the one
clowns?
in Avatar is pretty cool. Actually,
Is it an actual library?
Technically, yes.
Nah,
Run by a gigantic owl that eats people.
I don't trust you at all.
You should see the show,
No.
my friend.
No.
Or just watch my vlogs. It's just as exciting. That is not true. Just watch the
Why
show.
would I watch you?
I know. It's bad enough you sit next to me. Don't laugh at that. People watch me. Sometimes when I'm asleep.
I do.
All the time.
Oh, you do? Thank you.
Yeah, I told you that already.
I know.
God, your
but
memory is
I
terrible.
wanted to hear it again. Just makes me feel loved.
I like this episode. I don't care what you say.
Do you? What do you like about it?
Honestly, for me, it kind of brings me back to my childhood with Big Bird and Snuffleupagus. Because
I can't wait to hear that connection.
well, no, in the beginning, everyone didn't believe Snuffleupagus existed. He was Big Bird's imaginary friend. And anytime Big Bird wanted to say, hey, look, come here, look at my friend Snuffy, Snuffy would always be gone. So for a long time, everyone always kind of just thought that Snuffleupagus was a figment of Big Bird's imagination.
Isn't he? I thought that's what.
No,
they were...
he's not.
Oh.
After a while, it turned out, and this is like after years, it turned out that Snuffy was actually real.
What a twist!
What a twist! So for me, it was kind of more along those lines where Finn didn't care about this fighting that was going on. He didn't care about saving the books. He didn't care about anything. He just wanted to prove to his friend that he's not making up these adventures and that these things aren't a figment of his imagination. To the point of even hurting his friend. And no, Big Bird never hurt his friend.
That'd be awesome. That'd be such a dark episode.
He just goes up
Look,
to
you bastard! Look!
He just takes Grover and starts hitting him into the garbage can. No, I mean, but that was the
Oscar
thing.
can be in there like holding his neck and punching him. This is just too funny in him.
But Finn
The
is...
Sesame Street Massacre. All right,
Finn
all
is
right.
just so concerned with saying, no, I'm not making this up, that he goes as far as actually hurting Jake. He's like, oh, it hurts like it stings like the Dickens? Perfect, I got a great idea. He could have ended the war between the two and stopped all that stuff.
Well,
No,
he kind of did, but yeah, he was doing it more just to...
he just threw him on
Yeah.
Jake. I mean, so it was kind of like the whole imagination thing where every time he got close, they happened to turn or fall off one way or do something the other way. And it just made me think back to Big Bird and Snuffleupagus.
Well, okay, I'm sure the
singing-
Big Bird and Snuffleupagus thing is cool, but...
I was also a kid.
Okay,
and
but
this
does
is
that
for
make
kids?
this... Okay, but does that make this good? It just reminds you of
I
something
liked
that was
it.
good.
I liked
Okay.
it. The
Okay.
whole musical frog thing, I've never seen that actually.
You've never seen it? I mean, it's...
No.
Well, if you like this, you'll probably like Singing Frog. I mean, honestly, okay.
But
Singing
is that
Frog...
as dark as this is?
Oh, it's dark.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, no, it's actually pretty dark.
Wow.
It's a good idea. It's one of the first. It's one of the first things to ever do this idea. I mean, everyone sort of calls this the singing frog, story.
That's the Hello My Baby, Hello My Honey
Yeah.
frog. Okay. I only
so-
know that from Spaceballs.
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty. It's actually pretty dark when I think about
Really?
it. But see, to me, it's just frustrating. I love. I mean, it's another thing to talk about another time, because you can technically talk about, a lot of people say it's like the Citizen Kane and Warner Bros. Cartoons and stuff like that, and it's just
Citizen Kane was okay.
there's a lot of people that don't like that either.
It's fine.
Okay, well, bottom line, and I guess in a way it kind of is in that it started this kind of joke, this kind of story of this incredible thing, but then when somebody looks, it's not doing it.
Gotcha.
You know.
Oh, wait a minute, wait. Is that the one where the frog sings and he tries to grab his friend and shows to him and says, look, he's singing, and the frog's like, ribbit.
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen that. Never mind, I'm wrong. I'm
Yeah,
an
and
idiot.
it pretty much ruins his life. And then
I
he
do remember
finds a
that.
place to throw it away where someone else finds it and goes, woohoo, I'll make millions, and grabs it. It's like, it's a good setup and it's a good story. It's just, it frustrates the hell out of me. So, again, I guess I can see how someone can like it. It just didn't grab me too much.
I understand.
So, yes, there it is.
Eh.
Paper Pete, one of the most memorable, iconic characters of all time.
Pee-pee.
PP. We're gonna end on PP. I'm not kidding, that's where we're ending.